Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about the Golden State Warriors every single day. In today's video, we have some exciting news from the 2025 NBA Draft. The Warriors made some interesting moves in the second round. They picked Alex Tui from Australia and Will Richard from Florida. We'll talk about who these players are, why the Warriors picked them, what this means for the future of the team, and how fans and analysts are reacting. Stay with me for the next hour as we break everything down. Blue Square Part 1: The Draft Moves by the Warriors. On Thursday night, the Warriors made two important selections in the second round of the NBA Draft. First, they picked Alex Tui at number 52 overall. This pick came from a trade with the Phoenix Suns. The Warriors received both pick 52 and 59, and the Suns moved up to pick 41. Then, the Warriors traded up to pick 56 to select Will Richard, a strong guard from the Florida Gators. So in total, Golden State used pick 52 and 56 to add two young players who might help shape the next generation of Warriors basketball. Blue Square Part 2: Who is Alex Tui? Alex Tui is a 6'8" forward from Australia. He played in the NBL with the Sydney Kings for 2 seasons. Last season, he averaged 10.6 points, 4.0 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 1.4 steals per game. His shooting stats: field goal, 44.9%, 3-point, 31%, free throws, 72.6%. While his shooting needs improvement, he's getting better. His percentages improved during his 2 NBL seasons, and during the NBA Draft Combined Scrimmage, he hit 3 of 5 from 3. Tui is known for high basketball IQ, defensive hustle, good off-ball movement, energy and toughness. He's not flashy, but he's reliable and plays with effort, something Steve Kerr loves in young players. Blue Square Part 3: Who is Will Richard? Will Richard is a 6'5" guard from the University of Florida. He helped his team win the 2025 NCAA National Championship and was a key starter all season. In 40 games, he averaged 13.3 points, 4.6 rebounds, 1.7 steals per game. Richard is also a very consistent shooter. Career 3-point percentage, 36.3%. Never shot below 34.5% in any college season. He's known for playing smart defense, spot-up shooting, hustling without the ball, being calm under pressure. Richard isn't the type of player who demands the ball, but he makes the right plays and rarely turns it over. A very good fit for Golden State's system. Blue Square Part 4: Why the Warriors pick these two. Golden State is in a transition phase. They want to stay competitive but also build for the future. Tui and Richard were both top-ranked prospects still available in round 2. Tui was ranked number 9. Richard was ranked number 40. So for the Warriors to get both late in the second round is seen as great value. These two players are smart, have good work ethic, fit into the team-first mentality of Golden State. This draft strategy shows that the front office is not chasing hype. Instead, they are focusing on culture and development. Blue Square Part 5: Fan Reaction. Warriors fans on social media have reacted very positively. Some said, "We finally picked smart, mature players." Others mentioned, "Tui reminds me of a young Joe Ingles, smart and solid. Richard can be another Gary Payton 2 type with a better shot." Of course, some fans wanted bigger names. But most people agree this was a smart draft. Blue Square Part 6: Steve Kerr's rotation and impact. Where will these two fit in? Tui could compete with Tracy Jackson-Davis and Moses Moody for rotation minutes. He brings defense and energy off the bench. Richard might find minutes as a backup guard if Chris Paul leaves or retires, or if Klay Thompson's situation changes. Steve Kerr likes players who move without the ball, defend well, understand the system. These rookies will need time, but they are good fits. Blue Square Part 7: future outlook. Looking ahead, if the Warriors can develop Tui and Richard properly, they may become reliable role players. This helps the team avoid expensive signings. Also gives the Warriors flexibility in trade talks, since they have depth. This could be a key step toward building the next. Are the Golden State Warriors finally ready to move on from Jonathan Kuminga? Is this the end of his journey with the Dubs? Today, we'll dive deep into the situation surrounding the 22-year-old forward and explore what's next for him and the Warriors ahead of the 2025 NBA Draft. Stay tuned, because we've got all the insider details, trade rumors, stats, and team reactions you need to understand this major story. Yellow Circle Part 1: The Kuminga Warriors Situation. Jonathan Kuminga has been in Golden State since 2021. He was seen as a future star, full of potential. But for years now, the Warriors haven't given him a clear role. One season he plays 25 minutes a game, the next he's on the bench. He also dealt with injuries and competition from veterans like Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins, and now Jimmy Butler. This up-and-down experience has hurt his development. GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. even said, "His role still needs to be clarified." Yellow Circle Part 2: What Mike Dunleavy Jr. said. In a recent press conference, Dunleavy said Kuminga will be a priority this offseason. But he also admitted the team doesn't really know what to do with him yet. He talked about Kuminga's inconsistent role. There were moments he didn't play, other times he was a key part. That shows the Warriors are still unsure about his place on the roster. The message is mixed: they value him, but they also seem ready to move on. Yellow Circle Part 3: Kuminga's Stats and Performance. In the 2024-25 season, Kuminga averaged 15.3 points per game, 4.6 rebounds, 2.2 assists, 45.4% shooting from the field. He showed improvement defensively and was aggressive in transition. But his defense still needs work. He struggled to fit into the Warriors' complex system. His playing time dropped especially after Jimmy Butler arrived. Yellow Circle Part 4: Trade Rumors, Chicago Bulls. According to Jake Fisher, the Stein line, the Bulls have shown interest in Kuminga. The Bulls need young talent to rebuild their roster. They've previously discussed Kuminga in trades involving Alex Caruso, Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic. They now have the number 12 pick in the draft. Warriors could offer Kuminga in exchange for the pick and maybe another player. That could help both teams. Bulls get a young forward. Warriors clear rotation space and gain cap flexibility. Yellow Circle Part 5: Trade Rumors, Miami Heat. Miami Heat also appear interested in Kuminga. Pat Riley is always looking for tough, athletic players like Kuminga. The Heat missed out on the Kevin Durant sweepstakes. He went to the Rockets. Kuminga could be a backup plan for them. Miami also lost Jimmy Butler to Golden State. That creates a forward spot that Kuminga could fill. Trade talks could involve picks, young guards, or bench players. Yellow Circle Part 6: Warriors' Internal Dilemma. The Warriors love the idea of potential, but struggle to develop young talent. Kuminga, James Wiseman, even Moses Moody, all struggled to grow with the team. Steve Kerr prefers experienced players who fit his system quickly. There's also pressure to win now. Steph Curry is 37. They can't wait 2 to 3 more years for Kuminga to become a star. That's why a trade might make sense, even if they don't get equal value. Yellow Circle Part 7: What's next for Kuminga and GSW? Possible destinations: Chicago, for pick number 12 plus Alex Caruso. Miami, for Tyler Herro or Jamie Jaquez Jr. San Antonio or Orlando could also be options. Warriors could also try a 3-team trade. Or use Kuminga in a bigger package deal for a star, e.g., Lauri Markkanen. His future depends on what the Warriors want. Stay competitive or rebuild? Trust youth or rely on veterans? Jonathan Kuminga has talent. No doubt. But talent without trust and consistency won't grow. The Warriors must decide, keep waiting or cut their losses. For Kuminga, A new team could give him the clarity, confidence, and role he needs to shine. For the Warriors, this might be the move that opens the next chapter of their dynasty, or ends it. Hello Warriors fans! Welcome back to our channel Dubs Nation Voice, your best place for Golden State news. Today, we're talking about something big. For the first time in many years, the Warriors might not spend big money this offseason. No big names, no big trades, at least, not like before. So what does that mean for the future of Jonathan Kuminga? What about the new players the Warriors could sign? And why is Jimmy Butler such a big part of all this? Let's break it down. Grab your popcorn. This video will go deep into every detail you need to know. Let's go! Yellow Circle Part 1. Why this offseason feels different. In past years, the Warriors tried to sign big stars. They went after Paul George. They wanted Lauri Markkanen. They even dreamed about Giannis Antetokounmpo. But this summer, things are different. Why? Because last season, the Warriors already made their big move. They traded for Jimmy Butler. They gave him a 2-year deal worth $112 million. That's a lot of money. And now, the Warriors don't have much space to sign or trade for expensive players. General Manager Mike Dunleavy said it himself. It's almost impossible for us to add players in that price range now. Yellow Circle Part 2. How Jimmy Butler changed everything. When Butler arrived, he fit perfectly. He plays hard. He plays smart. He works well with Stephen Curry and Draymond Green. But there's a cost. Because Butler is expensive, the team has less money to spend. The NBA has new rules. If you go past a certain salary level, called the second apron, you lose many options. You can't sign players easily. You can't trade like before. That's why the Warriors are now looking at smaller deals. Deals for players who earn $30 million or less. But remember, small moves can still be big. In the past, they signed Shaun Livingston for just $5.3 million, and he helped the team win championships. Yellow Circle Part 3. What happens to Jonathan Kuminga? Now let's talk about the big question. What will the Warriors do with Jonathan Kuminga? He's a restricted free agent. That means, if another team offers him a contract, the Warriors can match it and keep him. Or the Warriors can let him go. Or they can trade him in a sign and trade deal. Kuminga is a good young player. He's athletic, strong, and improving. But to keep Butler, Curry, and Draymond, they may have to let go of someone like Kuminga. Also, the only way the Warriors can get a good new player is by using Kuminga in a trade. Yellow Circle Part 4. Realistic trade targets. Because of money limits, the Warriors are now looking at players who earn less. Here are some realistic names. Small blue diamond Kristaps Porzingis, Celtics. Great fit, shoots threes, blocks shots. Problem, expensive. Needs a 3-team trade. Health, always a concern, but could be a good 1-year test. Small blue diamond Derek White, Celtics. Steve Kerr loves him. Great defense and shooting. Celtics may not trade him though. Small blue diamond Bobby Portis, Bucks. Tough, aggressive, scores off the bench. Could sign him if he leaves Milwaukee. But if Giannis stays, Portis probably stays too. Small blue diamond Miles Turner, Pacers. Good center, can shoot. But Indiana might keep him. Yellow Circle Part 5. Could Jonathan Kuminga really leave the Warriors? Jonathan Kuminga has been one of the most exciting young players on the Warriors roster. He's just 21 years old. He's strong, fast, and explosive. Sometimes, he looks like the future of the franchise. But now, he might be on his way out. Let's talk about how we got here, and why Kuminga's exit is not just possible, it might be likely. 1. The business side, money talks. The Warriors have a salary cap problem. They're already paying big money to Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins. Now they have to decide, can we afford to give Kuminga a big contract too? If the Warriors give Kuminga a new deal, his salary will likely start around $20 to $25 million per year. But under the NBA's new second apron rules, paying Kuminga that much would come with huge penalties. No mid-level exceptions. No trades involving more money coming in than going out. No sign-and-trade deals. No adding salary at the trade deadline. Basically, signing Kuminga means you're stuck with what you have. Small Orange Diamond 2. The basketball fit. Where does Kuminga belong? Let's be honest, Kuminga is talented. But he hasn't always fit in with Steve Kerr's system. Kerr likes ball movement, off-ball cuts, smart spacing. Kuminga is better when he's allowed to isolate, drive to the rim, and play in transition. That style doesn't always match what the Warriors do when Curry and Butler are on the court. In the playoffs, Kerr sometimes benched Kuminga or gave him limited minutes. That's not what you do with a franchise cornerstone. So maybe the best thing for both sides is to move on. Small Orange Diamond 3. The sign-and-trade scenario. If the Warriors don't want to lose Kuminga for nothing, they'll try a sign-and-trade. What does that mean? It means Kuminga agrees to a new contract with Golden State. Then, the Warriors trade him immediately to another team. That way, the Warriors get something back in return. But there's a problem. Under the second apron rules, the Warriors can only get back half of what Kuminga earns in year one of his new deal. So if Kuminga signs for $20 million, the Warriors can only take back $10 million in salary, unless a third team is involved. It's complicated. But possible. For possible teams that could want Kuminga. A few teams have been linked with interest in Jonathan Kuminga. Let's look at them. Orange Circle Orlando Magic. Young team that needs wing scorers. Could offer players like Wendell Carter Jr. or draft picks. Kuminga would get more touches there. Blue Circle Detroit Pistons. Rebuilding team with a lot of cap space. Could trade a shooter like Bojan Bogdanovic or Isaiah Stewart. They need athleticism, and Kuminga brings that. Red Circle Chicago Bulls. Bulls are reportedly interested in a swap involving Nikola Vucevic. Warriors need a center, Bulls need youth. A deal could be made if both sides compromise. Green Circle Toronto Raptors. Raptors love long, athletic wings. Could be a place where Kuminga develops into a star. These are not guaranteed, but the calls are being made